Okay, Andrea Mitchell here, Diamond Ambassador, and I am about to walk through your virtual office with you. And virtual office will be called a couple of things over your course of time with Plexus. It can be called your back office, BO is what you'll see a lot of it, which when you say it out loud sounds ridiculous, and virtual office. But a lot of times, because what it's been called for so long is back office, that's what you're going to hear a lot of seasoned ambassadors call it. But you'll see it listed as BO or VO a lot of times when we're talking about it. And what this just means is it's essentially your office and all the content digitally from corporate. So it's numbers, it's stats, it's information, it's contact and access, and it's all of these things directly from the corporate office. So if you are a new ambassador, just know you own a business. And one of the greatest things about this business is that you have essentially your own P&L statement. We're going to walk through, you really have no loss at this point, right? At the most, you might be out $34.95 or $39.95, depending on when you signed up as the annual web hosting fee. But really, that just goes into paying for what you're about to see. So you're not out any money because everything you've paid has been your own product. It's been things you've gotten directly, which is kind of amazing. There's no overhead, there's no office costs, there's none of those things. Okay, so I am going to screen share with you during this Zoom. All I'm going to do is show you exactly what's in my virtual office so that you can see exactly some things to walk through. I'm probably going to give you some really intense details about some things, and you're going to think some of it is just way too much information for where you are, and some of it you're going to think, I had no idea this was possible, or to go look here, and so here it is. And you're welcome to go back and reference this video as many times as possible, replay it, send it to other people, talk about it, and really use it as a resource and a tool. So I have 2 pages of notes, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're actually going to just get into plexusworldwide.com. So I didn't go anywhere special, and it's nothing tricky. It's literally plexusworldwide.com. I'm going to move this bar, and I am just going to go right here to this person. And this person is going to drop in to sign in. And so for me, mine automatically signs in, and I would really encourage you to go ahead and save your username and password. For me, it automatically saves both to my laptop, my desktop, and my phone, and my iPad, so I can get on any of it at any time. I do have a couple of accounts, so I can get into any of those really quickly by just clicking on where it says username, picking which account I'm looking for, the password logs in, and I'm immediately signed in to my virtual office. Okay, so what you'll notice is this will switch from enroll to virtual office. And that's when you know you are logged in. My initials are right here. I'm signed into virtual office, and I'm ready to go. Are y'all ready? Are y'all excited? Sure is spinning a lot. Okay, here we go. So this is what always pops up in the beginning. And this is called your dashboard. Depending on how busy the month is at that time, it might take a couple of minutes to get into just because there's so many people trying to get in. At the end of the month, you have people constantly hitting on my computer. It's this refresh button, just refresh, 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 to get these numbers to change, because these numbers are a huge part of how we get paid. And I'm going to talk you through each of these things. But I'm going to back up just a little bit, and I want to show you some access points. So first thing we have over here is you just click over to your name, and this is my Gold Ambassador account. So I have 2 accounts. I have my Diamond Ambassador account, and I have my Gold Ambassador account. And I'm showing you my Gold account because it's more similar probably to what your account looks like. It doesn't give a lot of information for other top-level ambassadors on our team, so I didn't want to give away a lot of private information of people on my team. And this is just an easier, more kind of less cumbersome back office to look through. So one of the first things we're going to go into is into my account, and I want to show you 3 things. I want to show you your profile. well, it's going to pop up all of this. Hold on. Okay. So your first thing is your profile. I want you to make sure that all of this is correct. And here's why. I found out my email was actually incorrect. It actually had an extra digit here after the 6 the other day when I kept saying, I'm not getting my emails about my iPad that I had earned. I'm not getting my emails. They said, I promise we've sent it. And they confirmed the email address. And I said, oh, that's wrong. So for 5 years of this account, I've had the wrong email address on it. So that explains why there's a lot of things that have been missing. So you really want to make sure this information is correct. Birthday, gender doesn't matter. Your ambassador ID is something you'll want to hold on to and always know where to go find access for that. I've been an ambassador on this account for 5 years, or for 4 years now. It renews again next year, April 13th. I am my own sponsor. I have texting turned off because I get so much on my Diamond account, but I do want to make sure I have emails. And now that my email address is correct, I want to make sure I'm getting those. So this is a really important tab if you're new, and this is your profile. Your next one you want to go to is My Subscriptions. There's a couple of places you can access this, and I'm going to show you those places. But since we're already here in my account, I'm going to show you. So I already have my subscription turned on. It's for $138 PV, personal volume, which is great. You want it to be over $100. This is how much my actual cost is. This is when it's scheduled. So I am scheduled for the 2nd of every month. That means I have about a day to breathe on the 1st. If there's anything I want to change, we usually do an inventory. If you can see my back over my shoulder here, we do an inventory at the 1st of every month to see what we have, what we're missing, what we may need to change on the subscription. So sometimes those change. This subscription really doesn't change. It's the things we use every month, we need every month. And then this subscription is my $39.95. It's my annual web hosting fee. So that actually gives me my membership to be an ambassador, to get paid, to have access to this back office, all of the things that go with our membership. So those are the 2 subscriptions you want to make sure are set. Again, you want to make sure this one is set for over $100 PV and that you are set in the first week or 2 in the month. This is really, really vitally important for just consistency within the teams. And the last place I want to show you, you can go in and view and edit your subscription. So for me, if I want to go in and view it, just so y'all can see, MetaBurn, and Vital Biome, we never go without, and BioCleanse. So these are things that are constant in my cart. I can add products to the subscription. I can lower these, but I always, before I check out, make sure my PV total is over 138. No questions asked. It's never changed in 5.5 years. It will never change. $100 qualifies you to get paid, and I never want to misstep on that. And honestly, it's really courteous to Rosalind, my upline, for me to be commission qualified in the first 48 hours of the month, because then she doesn't have to worry about compression. If you don't know what that means, you don't really have to worry about it. But it's a respectable thing for me to make sure I'm commission qualified for her. And I need the products anyway, so I might as well do it the first 2 days of the month. And then here is something you're going to want. If you are new, you need to know where to find your website. So here's what you do. You copy this, however you copy paste. If you Command C, Command V, or if you go up to File and hit copy and paste, however you do it, this is where, I want to make sure I have chat on in case y'all are asking questions. This is where you are going to make sure you have all of your ambassadors go, your customers go. This is where everybody's going to go as they are learning so much about Plexus. Okay, so we are going to go back. I'm going to move this bar again. We're going to go back to our virtual office. Of course, tonight it's taking just a little bit of time, isn't it? Always does that when you need to be in it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, this is the dashboard. And I just wanna walk through a few things on here, and then we're gonna break out what they are in just a little bit. So you have your subscription, you have your current PV, personal volume. And if you ever get confused on what some of these things are, you can click on the question marks. Points and rank, your new ambassadors for the month. And just so we can break down some things. Plexus Print are things like clothing, accessories, business cards are probably the most popular. So that'll just direct you straight to Plexus Print. Your customers, kind of subscriptions off, subscriptions on, ambassadors, my total orders versus preferred customer orders for just personal volume for right now. Our convention contest, which we'll get into a little bit more, Consistency Club, we'll get into Rank Up Roadmap, we will get into. You have access to all of these from right here. The Help Center, which we will talk about. Sunny and Share, which we won't talk about tonight, but is a great thing for you to go in and read. And then Scoop, which we won't talk about tonight, but again, is a good thing. It comes out every Thursday and fresh and brand new. So these are great things to get into and understand a little bit more about Plexus. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into my subscription, which we already talked about. Mine is on. Mine is over $100 and set for early in the month. So we just covered this. You go back to that same screen we were on before. Subscription set and ready to go. Every time I get out of the screen, it takes forever to get back. Your subscription can change month to month. Just make sure that you aren't running low on anything before you order. Because a lot of times we'll have like, half bottles and won't realize that we're almost out of something. Your PV needs to be over $100. This can happen with your subscription. Your goal is to have it over $500 by the end of the month because it's the highest commission percentage that you'll get. And this is where all of your customer volume and your personal sales will all be in here. So for some of you, for some of us, we can buy close to $500 in PV on a month just with lean. I mean, our family alone probably goes through 3 triplexes a month, Mega X and MetaBurn and X Factors, all of them, lean at a pretty phenomenal rate. So it can add up, but I get 25% back in commissions. So it's a really good deal. I get the cheapest price and 25% back. Points and rank up. So this is where the magic happens. So this is 50. This is how many points I have right now. And there's a couple of things. One, if you have 50 points, you're halfway to gold, and that makes you super silver. If you've never hit it before, it's a $150 bonus. For me, I'm halfway to gold, which I've hit before, so I want to make sure I'm hitting over gold by the end of the month. And each of my ambassadors are worth 5 points. But the neat thing is at the end of the month, this 50 gets multiplied by our profit sharing, which is around $3. So that's a $150 bonus right there. And just in that one section. And remember, we already talked about getting 25% as you get over $100 in the PV. So it's a really, really, really important part of our business. Your goal is always to be up at least 5 points over whatever you were at last month. So if you're here in these early stages of like the 100 or the 0 to 75, 175 range, I would say you want to make sure that you're up over last month. And then this is also the place where you will find your team member's website. So I'll just go right in here to my very first team member that pops up. And I just go into view team so I can see her team specifically. And all I want to do is go right here. And this is going to be her website extension. So it's the same thing that my website was earlier. You can just do plexusworldwide.com/this extension. And that is where you find your ambassadors' websites if they don't know where to find them. And so it's a great, great access to have. Okay. Going back to dashboard, we can go back to new ambassadors. So this is anyone that's been added this month. So you can click on them and see who they are and who added them, what they purchased, and all of those things. Okay, real quick, I want to go into showing you how, this is my business. So as you'll notice, we've already covered some of these things, new ambassadors, points and rank up, PV. But the one thing we did not cover from this main dashboard is commission summary. So I just want to show you what it'll look like if you go into commissions. You have 2 options. So this is our monthly commissions. So on this, my gold position, these are my monthly checks. which we get paid on the 15th. So this March check I just got on April 15th. My February check I got on March 15th. You get the idea. Some months are obviously great months, and some months have probably been harder months on this position, but we can go back and look at weekly checks. And this is when we have added people to the team. And a $75 check on a Friday, the $62.50 check the Friday before that, those are all really great, little checks to get periodically. So don't ever discount our weekly checks, and, always get excited about our monthly checks. And the next thing we're going to go into is the training center. And this is where we're going to spend quite a bit of time from here on out, just kind of walking through some things and learning some really intricate details about our back office, our virtual office. Okay. So the first thing we're going to go into on Training Center is our resource library. So you are going to start now. And one thing that I want to show you is just go in here and just get started. 3 steps to fast starting, power of social selling, fast starting at a glance. These are things on how to do it really, really quickly. Product overviews, great videos, learning about popular products, and Start Here resources. And this is one of the Start Here resources I want to highlight is the Digital Success Kit, which comes in your welcome pack. But in case you didn't get it, the Success Guide, the Quick Start Guide, and the Opportunity Brochure are all great things to look at back here. You can also look at product cards, your catalog, and your InMotion magazine. But these 3 right here are going to be really important for getting you started in the business. So I really want to encourage you to go through that Digital Success Kit. And the next thing is going to be the sharing system. Again, the training video on our new system for sharing is going to be a great asset. I would encourage you to just turn it on, stick your AirPods in, and fold some laundry, get some dishes done. I get a lot done during training videos. I actually listen to them on car rides. If you're in the car for 20 minutes or so, and just throw it up on your Bluetooth. You don't have to look at the video at all. You can just listen to it. It's very, very helpful. The next is going to be the breakdown of the system. It's step 1, which is send, step 2, share, and step 3, invite. And as you listen to those videos and hear people talk about it, it will make more sense as you dive into each one of those steps. Next is recruiting and onboarding. I just want to go into this a little bit. And this is a product price list. I pull this up and print it off about once a week, just so that I have access to the prices of everything. In fact, I was just using one earlier today. It might be in there. Yep, there it is. I was just using one earlier today. As you can see, I wrote all over it. So it's very, very important to know exactly where to find the product price list. And just so you know, this gives retail pricing, preferred pricing, how much PV you get off of each of those prices. So how much PV shows up in that dashboard number we were looking at earlier. What your bonus is if you sell anything as a preferred customer. Those are all on that one sheet. Welcome packs, combos, trial packs, everything. It's a very, very important sheet to have access to. Okay, the next thing is product training. Everybody wants to know more about our products. They want to really understand what it is they're sharing. And I would really encourage you to pick a product a day and start with the ones that you use. And go in and really listen to a video on them. A lot of this is Joyum or Hunger Control or Lean. If those aren't the products you're taking, I'll show you where to find the videos for the products you are taking in just a minute. We're going to do some compensation training later this week, but just so that you have access to it, the thing I printed out from the beginning and I go back to all the time when I'm asked questions because I do not have it memorized is the Plexus Compensation Plan Summary. It's a chart and it'll give you really great access to what do I need to do next? Where do I need to be next? What's the thing I need to do again? And so that will always take you back. So print that out and have that ready for the Friday call. It's going to be very, very good. Next, policies and procedures. I think the most important thing here is the Plexus returns policy. We have a 60-day money back guarantee, but you're going to want to know how that works. It's actually really easy, maybe even a little too easy for people to return, but you're going to want to have access to it so you can share that information as people are asking how locked in they are. You can actually say, well, you're not really that locked in. Let me tell you why. I know where the return policy is. Hold on. Okay. And then next thing we want to talk about is Rank Up Roadmap. This was designed by ambassadors in the field. So what I would love for you to do is just start right here at Silver. It's our very first rank. And just start with the very first thing and just start checking them off. And I have gone through almost every single thing in Silver, even as a Diamond, because some of it I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about this in the beginning. And it will really help you. And then some things more than others, some things you may kind of breeze over or brush off, but see what sticks with you and what is really helpful. And this is training from corporate step by step, and it's really, really helpful. Okay, let's go on to incentives and recognition. The first thing I want to show you is in recognition, there are things called Diamond documentaries. So at Diamond, the Diamond level, a video is made, and I just want to scroll down all the way to myself so it's not weird. Okay, there I am. So view their story. So all you do is you go on and you view their story, and you can share it in a Facebook message. You can share it. I'll show you real fast. So it'll pull up. That's my sister who just got married this weekend, and myself, and you'll recognize maybe a few other people in the video depending on where you are on the team. But you'll just open it up, and if you want to share it in Facebook, you can just go right to Facebook. You can share it in a private message. You type the person's name. You type my sister, since she's the one that is here in the video. And I just send the message, and that's it. I'm sending her. I could say something like, hey, don't forget to check us out in the video, whatever it is. But it's a great, great resource to be able to share with people. And just say, hey, this is my friend Andrea. I'd love to share her story with you. Okay. You can go in and watch a bunch of those. They're really good. A lot of these women are my friends. They're dear people that I talk to all the time. It's a lot of people on our team. And I'd really encourage you to just go in and see who do you connect with, or who do you think your friends and family will connect with. Okay, so right now we are in the middle of a convention contest, and you can go through and read about the prizes. You can go through and read about how to earn the prizes. There's some really fun, exciting things I literally just got today, just information from corporate and some things that are up and coming. So this tracker is going to be very important for you to know going forward. But like right now, I know that I have been entered to win the VIP experience. I'm almost at a $50 convention store voucher. And if I stretch myself, by the end of the month, I could have $150 cash. It's pretty exciting. So you can see how you've earned the credits, all of things involved in convention contests. And this is going to be really important because the next thing coming up is Leaders Retreat. And so you're going to want to just follow this along a little bit, whether you're going to convention or not. And so you know how it works so that you're ready and on the ball as soon as Leaders Retreat contest comes out. Consistency Club is another contest our company runs. Right now, the top prizes are a Nest Hello video doorbell or an Apple TV. And so depending on what motivates you, this might be a really good motivator going forward. Okay, let's go into sharing Plexus. So we are going to start at latest and greatest with the product catalog. So you have access to this catalog, and I just want to show you, if you click here on link, I already showed you how to use the Facebook option, but if you click on link, you can go right up here, copy and paste this web address into a message, an email, whatever you want to do, and send that catalog off to a friend, and they can look through it, and it's beautiful. And if you get to touch it yourself, it's kind of like an anthropology catalog. It kind of has that recycled paper kind of feel to it. It's just absolutely beautiful. So you have full access to a digital version of our catalog at all times. And the next thing I want to go down to is products. You can scroll through and play with all of these things, but this is where the rubber kind of meets the road on what you're needing what you're probably looking for. So I want you to be aware of something called the info sheet. And this one's the info sheet on MetaBurn. And this gives you so much information. I would really challenge you, whatever products you're on, whether it's MetaBurn, whether it's lean, the vegetarian or the whey, it's Joyome, Triplex, how to share it, a top line summary on Joyome, a video about how to mix Slim Hunger Control. Every single thing is in here. And if it's not, we can find it for you. But I really encourage you to scroll through, maybe find some of your favorites, bookmark them, and just be ready. You can also save them in your notes section of your phone and just say, this is your favorite way to send the info sheet for this, or the product information, or just a graphic for this. These are great, great tools our company has done for us, which, believe me, were not accessible at all when I started the company. Okay, now I'm just going to go through a couple more things. This is just shop. So this is just what it says it is. Say you need to just buy one more thing, something just came out, you want Joyome this month, maybe an extra set of it to give to your mother-in-law or your mom, or just to get that necklace yourself. And whatever it is, you can go into shop and just buy. You're buying at the ambassador price, but it's not necessarily going into your subscription. So I go in every month and go, oh, I forgot this, or oh, I'm going to try a little bit of this, or oh, I thought we had this in the subscription, but it's gone faster. Or a friend just came by and grabbed BioCleanse. So now we might run out of BioCleanse a little faster than normal. So instead of waiting till the second of next month, I might go ahead and just buy another bottle. Okay, and the last two things I want to show you. One is Help Center. So this is where you can go in and you can just type in ProBio5, and it will come up with product details, frequently asked questions, maybe even some things that go with ProBio5. So there's a lot of really great information in product in Help Center. And if you don't feel like Help Center has the answers that you're looking for, you have the option to live chat with corporate. So right now, live chat's not open because corporate's not available. You can either send them an email or you can message them during office hours. And since corporate is in Arizona, I'm in Texas, they're 2 hours behind. So it is, what time is it here? 9 o'clock here. So it's 7 o'clock right now in Phoenix. And I have to remember that in the morning. When it's 9 a.m. here, I have to remember it's only 7 a.m. in Phoenix. But they should be open most normal business hours, Phoenix time. So that's everything. I'm going to make sure that we haven't had any chat questions this evening. I don't want to miss any questions that anybody might have had. Oh, we do have one chat. My website page has been down since I became an ambassador. It's never seemed to work, not sure why. Okay, Dawn, I just want to encourage you to message with your sponsor or your sponsor's closest level jewel and see if they can get this worked out for you. Or you can message me privately on Facebook and we will get everybody all together and figure out why your back office is not working. That is definitely something you are going to want to have access to. Okay, no other questions. I hope you'll have a great night. I will have this recorded and I cannot wait to hear that so many people are loving having access to their back office and just understanding it just a little bit better. Y'all have a great night.